The question that we're going to take a look at is number 31 from section 8.5, which deals with graphs of nonlinear functions. The function that we're provided in this question is going to be f of x is equal to x squared minus 5. So when you approach these problems, you want to start to pick them apart. So I have an x squared minus 5, so I know that the shape I'm going to have is going to be a parabola. So it should have some sort of U shape. I also know that the parent function, in other words, if you refer back to your worksheets that we had done in class, the parent function would just be f of x is equal to x squared. Basically, the parent function is stripped of any sort of bells and whistles. Okay, then we also want to note the translation. In this case, the translation is outside the function. So that means that this is a vertical translation. What you also want to note that is, since it's a vertical translation, you are moving up or down, which is pertaining to the y values. So I'm moving up or down the y-axis. So when you take a look at this -5, recall that it is telling you the truth. So this -5 is telling you to move down 5 units. Okay, so we can approach the problem by first setting up the table that we would have for our parent function. So if we were just looking at f of x is equal to x squared, we had a table that went from -2 all the way to +2. And our y values would then be, if we took -2 and squared it, so that would give me +4, +1, 0, 1, and 4. But since I am moving down 5 units, and I know that that impacts the y values, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5 from each of the values from the parent function in order to move the points down 5. So that means that my new coordinates will be -2, -1, -1, -4, 0, -5, 1, -4, and then 2, -1. So bear in mind that with this particular problem, since I'm only moving down 5 units, only the y values are impacted. All of our x values will remain the same. Okay, so from here, we would go ahead and put in an x and a y axis. I'm going to do the best that I can by hand. And then we would note that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We would go ahead and plot our points in. So -2, -1 will be right here. -1, -4 is right here. 0, -5 would be right here. 1, -4 is here. And 2, -1 is located right here. So we would go ahead and connect these points, making sure that you add those arrows. And it's a little bit wobbly, but hopefully you guys get the general idea here. That if you notice, our parent function would have started, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight this in green. Our parent function would have been somewhere around here. Do you see how, if I take a look at the center or the vertex of the parabola, that I moved everything down 5 units? Okay. So the answer that we have for this question, our graph for this function f of x is equal to x squared minus 2, is the graph that we have denoted in pink. And that's it.